zero.
So both of those sound like good metrics for opening a business. Right? Your most sizable investment of your life, right? Welcome to the Dental Construction Insider, the podcast you need if you're a dentist and you're wanting to construct, expand, or maybe redo your dental practice. I'm your host, Tommy, and I'm here today with the entire team.
Yay.
Mine is BJ, because she's out in Hawaii. We're not jealous or anything. None of us.
Not at all.
None of us are jealous. So
Come on.
anyhow,
Jeez.
today we're going to start off with. Oh, so here's Erica. You guys know all of us. Erica's typically behind the scenes, doing the filming, editing, all these podcasts, the content, all that great work you see is coming from Erica.
Yay!
No clapper.
Oh yeah, where's the sound effect?
This one?
That
That'll work. What is that? Okay. So speaking of which, Erica has stats. Erica, can you please read the stats?
Yes.
How many places have we been to this year?
This year, we went to 14 different states throughout the United States and a visit to Canada.
Oh, that's right.
We did
I forgot.
international.
Uh-huh.
Well, we went
Our
international.
first international
We took this shit
encounter
international.
project
Yeah.
and worked with 26 different doctors this year.
Nice.
Wow.
Not counting like other
Yeah.
like little side.
Yeah, like freebies, like, hey, we're going to stop by here and check this for you. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
So
do
probably
that.
way more than 26.
We
but-
asked, we told them, right?
Yeah.
Leave us a comment, reach out to us. We can offer help. If we're passing through, we don't mind stopping and looking at your
No
bill. or
obligation.
looking at your stuff. We
Yeah.
don't mind helping. We're here to help.
Maybe
Yeah.
floor plan advice.
Some people took
Yeah.
us up on it. Some people didn't take us up on it,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Anyhow,
true.
so keep in mind, those 14 stops are times 3, minimum, right? Some of them we went to more than 3 times. Some of
Yeah.
them we went to at least 3 though. So it's 14 times 3 for sure. That's a
Yes.
lot.
It is.
That's a lot. Is the van going to be off the rest of this year, or?
We might have one more place to go.
Man, can we send John? He's not doing any floor plans
Possibly.
right now, is
I
he?
don't know. You might not come back.
Is he doing any floor Oh yeah, it is in Florida, right?
Yeah.
It is
You
in
might not
Florida.
come back.
I know. Oh gosh.
John,
Yes.
if you were a dentist
Uh-huh.
and you were going to open your dental practice, in which state would you?
Texas,
In Texas?
I would.
Really?
Give your reasons, please.
because I would be so fixated on cost of construction and taxes at the end of the year and all that stuff. So yes, that's the only reason why I was either Texas or Florida, right?
What
So
about y'all?
I
No.
would say
No.
What's
I would
your?
say Texas.
I know where mine is.
Mine would be in Tennessee.
Oh,
Wow.
okay, why though?
Why? All 4 seasons. Okay. It's people are nice there, depending on where you're at. And I like it that
That
it's
sounds like good.
central.
So both of those sound like good metrics for opening a business. Right? Your most sizable investment of your life, right?
Me, it's the weather.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
my thing. Is the weather? Yours is the money.
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Okay.
North
It's not bad
Carolina,
either.
every
It's
office we've
expensive
opened
stuff.
in
Yes.
North Carolina
Have been very
has
successful.
killed it,
Yeah.
has been
Yeah.
bang up.
Yeah.
Those guys, I can't think of one that only owns one practice
Yeah.
in the Carolinas. They all own multiple. Some don't even practice dentistry anymore.
No, they don't.
I mean, and we're talking like, well, a little bit more than 10 years now that, I mean, yeah, it'd be Carolina. They can open, they just can just throw that dart, at the state map and open a practice and they're killing
Yeah,
it.
you're right.
Don't quote me on that, okay? Please don't do that. Please go through all your metrics. Do your competition
Where
hours
would you
and
go,
all that
Erica?
stuff.
Would you go international?
I don't know. No, I think. I don't know. I was thinking Florida just because it seems fun. That's
No.
my.
I'm a beach person. I like beaches.
Well, yeah.
You see,
I
it's
was
too
just
humid.
thinking about the beaches.
I don't like the humidity.
Well,
I'm okay with that. Like
no.
South Beach, I can chanclas on or
Yeah,
flip-flop-
you're supposed to be
flip-flops.
working.
Well, yeah, I got my laptop at the beach. You know?
Not if you're a dentist. You
Yeah.
gotta be in the office.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We're talking about that.
yeah. Not-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
what are
can
you
work
drinking?
anywhere.
What are you drinking?
We're We're drinking apple juice. You're drinking water,
Just
right?
give
Yeah,
me
I
give me a
know.
laptop, a little hotspot, Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll work on the moon.
Florida is nice.
Dogecoin to the
It's a
moon,
nice
crypto
place
to
to
the moon.
visit.
mm-hmm.
I used to not like when we'd get jobs in Florida. Nothing against any of our Florida clients, but I just like, God, I gotta go back to Florida. It's so hot.
Yeah.
Man,
Always hot.
this and that. But I had a couple of docs like, hey, go over here and go over there, and I'm like, oh man, this is some really good seafood, and the atmosphere is nice, and so now I have a different
Some of the oceans are nice
perspective.
depending
Yeah,
on where
some
you
of the
go.
water's real nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know some guys that have some places out in Florida that
Yep.
we get to indulge in periodically, and so it's nice. Now I see it different.
Yeah.
That's true.
Now I see it
But
different.
I wouldn't open an office
But now,
there.
but now I think of California the way I used to think of Florida.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh, I don't want to go west. It's only because we drive. We put we have put nearly 50,000 miles on that van this year.
In 1 year.
Yes, we did last year. We did 50. This year we did nearly 50. And it's because the stinking van was in the shop more this year than it was anything else.
Yeah.
As soon as the warranty goes out, bam, they hit
yeah.
that switch and
It already has new tires.
because the shit goes out.
Yeah.
Bing, bing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The worst thing to go out is a Starlink.
Oh my God.
I mean, you don't realize how dependent you are on that. Until
First
it goes
world
out.
problems.
First world problems, yeah. Yeah.
Is the Starlink going out?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just so frustrating.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. We started out, our first job was in Idaho. I know that for
Nice
sure.
and cold and
So that was
snowy.
cold. That office went good. Do we have any stories on that one other than the doc like killing it?
Oh yeah, within a year and a half
I
he
mean,
expanded.
I mean, it was good. It went clearly really quick. Got a good contractor out there also, in Idaho.
That was the office where he did a cool dynamic about writing on the wall, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the one.
That's a
Yes.
cool way to make
everybody
your
involved.
patients
Yep.
involved, yeah, and let them know that an
Yeah.
expansion is coming in
And
their office.
And it was funny because he said they were real timid. They would start out, it was a big wall. I think you posted about it. And they started out writing like real small. And, some of them didn't want to do it because they felt like, oh my God, we're writing Sharpie on the wall. But that wall was going to get like demoed anyway.
Yeah.
And so then, but after we made the third visit or the final visit, the third visit for sure, that wall was all covered. I mean, with people's writing,
Yeah.
including our own.
Yeah,
Including
we
our
did.
own.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll
and
put a
then-
clip of it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Put a clip like right here, there. Or is it over here? I don't know.
Anyway,
So yeah, it's really cool. And then, then for the final visit, then that wall wasn't there anymore.
yeah.
so
Yeah.
Gone.
you don't see it, but yeah, it was a big office. He really expanded, made the front desk bigger. I feel for a lot of these docs trying to hire staff right now. It's so hard finding people when they're expanding. And we've talked to some of them. We finished our first ground up this year, right?
Yes, we did in
Yeah.
Temple.
Yeah, in Temple for Dr.
That was the
Richard
first
Lund.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was our
Cool.
first one ever that we did. Now we're doing them on the regular now,
yeah.
right? But that was our first one. His office
We did that
It's-
one with Dr. D,
is
right?
still the nicest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then we did Dr. D.
Yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, just south,
Katy.
this south, yeah, and then I mean,
We have
yeah,
pictures of that on our portfolio on our website if y'all
yeah,
want to
we
check it
do.
out.
Yeah, look at
Cool.
her, little marketing person right there. Yeah, marketing person, right? No, you can't have her.
I know.
We still need her a lot. Yeah, we those are cool. I think the one in Temple was still the nicest office that we
Yeah.
did that we turned over.
It was
I
really
mean,
pretty.
That's
Oh, yeah.
still the nicest ground up office we did. We're doing another one in Temple. That one was because of natural disaster.
Yep.
And we're going through that whole process right now on that one. So that one won't be done till next year, God willing. Well, it has to be done next year. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many offices do you think you designed this year, John?
What were we at? 24, 25?
Okay, so
Around there,
yeah.
I think so.
Close
Yeah.
to that? Okay.
So that's 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 not like what some of these firms do, but that's all they do. They just
Yeah.
design offices, spin them up, but that's what they have to do, right? Amongst all the other things we do, I think that's a good number. And speaking of which, we're particular now. I think we've earned that, right? About what jobs we take. So I know that's probably gonna be more of what we're gonna talk about later on as far as next year, but but this year, yeah, 24, 25 offices, something like that's pretty good. You've been
That's
doing
a
a
good
really
number.
good job. Yeah. Yeah, you've been really good about turning them around. We've all evolved, on our side, whether it's the design, the bidding process, and me and the CM, Erica getting the content out, regularly, just so people know who we are. We have like all these platforms and stuff, and people are like, oh, I
How
didn't
many
know this.
platforms? 9.
9.
9
We're on
different platforms.
Can you
everything.
name them
If-
all?
Yeah, I can.
You
Can
okay?
y'all?
She's on them all the time. That's like not a fair
Yeah.
question for us. I'm
Okay,
like,
let me see.
Yeah.
Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, X.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just guessing now. What's that other one? Pinterest.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's it.
No, I'm
already
like
out.
thinking
I'm out. I'm already out.
Apple Podcasts.
Oh, okay.
How many are I'm
That's
missing
8.
one. X, LinkedIn, you said LinkedIn.
Did she TikTok already?
Oh, and TikTok.
And TikTok. Did we
That's
not
nice.
say?
I didn't
Okay,
say
yeah,
TikTok.
TikTok.
and then we do monitor Dentaltown, but we're very careful on that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We're very
So,
careful.
9.5.
Facebook. Did you say Facebook?
I did.
9.5. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
9.5 with the dental time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot to
Yeah.
manage. I know.
Everything.
So they should be able to find us someplace, right?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
I mean, someplace they should find us. I know. I mean, we tell them all the time, we're here to help.
No obligations. We're just here to help.
We're here to help. You got a question, leave a comment, reach out. I think we got a lot more engagement after the DSS.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah. So let's talk conferences, right, John? So I know you brought that up a while ago. That one was in April of this year,
Yeah.
Yep.
and that by far
Yeah.
was we're still talking about it.
Yeah.
That was
Right?
my highlight conference of the year was the DSS. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's GSD?
Yeah.
Get shit done.
Get shit done. That has stuck with me almost close to a year now.
I know.
So,
when you see
yeah.
all 30 of his staff members running around with GSD shirts, you're like, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
And then when you find out what it is, you're like, oh man, I love that.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It makes sense. And they're out there. I mean, that has got to be, so that was the best conference, seminar, whatever you want to call it, that we went to. Event.
Yes.
The best, right? Not only for us as a business sense of being able to get, more exposure, more clients, but just fun, right?
Yeah.
Including, involving. I mean, for them to come, for every one of the partners, and especially Dr. Costas, to come to our table and to say, hey, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Thanks for your support. Thanks for, helping out with the, his nonprofit that he has. Taking the time to do that amongst these 800 or 900 people that were there.
Yeah.
And he would go to every booth that's there and saying that to you and remembering, who these people are. But it's because he's very selective. They
And-
are very selective as an organization on who's there.
And we did get a lot more doctors come and ask us questions
We did.
and give out information.
Other conferences that we've been to, state, or regional, are not even like that, and so
It's like a family.
yeah,
at
it
the
really is.
DS.
Everybody had that sense of strategic urgency. You know, what
Yeah.
I mean, like everybody had that business mindset.
It's a different
to be,
mindset. You're right.
to have that sense of abundance, or to at least find a way to
Yeah.
be able to provide that for other people as well. So it's a very shareable kind of environment, right, with knowledge, right? Like
Yeah.
everybody's willing to share.
Yeah.
Very very similar to the way that we like to,
Yeah.
have our conversations and stuff with doctors and
Very open, just
medical
honest.
professionals or whatever
Right.
it is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, very
it's-
honest, very open, just like, hey, this is what you should do. So I mean, look, here we are. We're like an advertisement for them, right? I mean, but
Yeah.
it's the truth, right? It was a good conference.
Yep.
It was a good event. We saw some old faces there and some old friends. We rejuvenated those
Reconnected.
friendships. Yeah, we reconnected with them.
Yeah.
Saw some old affiliates there. You know,
And it branches off to other opportunities as
Yeah.
well. So it's
was
it's a
good.
great thing.
it
Yeah.
was good. I'm looking forward to the one in Frisco.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the one
For
in Frisco
2025, yep.
that they're going to have. If you guys are in the area and you're hearing this, and you just look it up, see
Coming
if
up
you can
in
get
June,
a ticket to go.
I believe. I think it's in
We'll
June.
be there.
We'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be there. It's a
We've
limited
already
event.
confirmed.
Yeah, but it's a really solid event.
It is.
And it touches of the core of why we do what we do, right? Of everybody, not just us. I mean, everybody
Right.
there. So anyhow, yeah, we went to that one. John and BJ spoke to some dental students.
In Houston.
We have
yep.
no proof because they didn't get any video.
Way to go.
They didn't get any
Way
photos.
to go, guys.
But we did get feedback from them, from
Yeah.
the people that were there, so we know that they really were there. And that was good. We probably need to see about doing more of that. So then we went to the regular, TDA. We went to another one in somewhere else. I forgot where it was.
Beaumont.
In Beaumont,
Yeah.
yeah. And so, we've been to those. We'll have to see, what we're going to do this next year and stuff. But,
Yep.
and then just all the miles that we put. I mean, I'm trying to think of, what kind of horror story or what kind of story, have we seen, that maybe happened several times. Because in the construction industry, certain things will get enforced during your build. And you'll see them all the time, all the way.
The
Okay, so
fire system
Right.
at the last minute.
yeah. So this year, this is going to get enforced
Yeah.
continuously, right?
Yep.
And I guess it would be the fire alarm system being more.
Or the
Something we're starting to
HVAC
see.
return air, where it's located.
Yeah, that not so much, but it's the fire alarm system. You hit the nail on the head with that. That is that came across this year where they were all of a sudden they're starting to enforce that more. There was no leniency, there was no way around it like we were able to get. So we'll see what 2025 has as far as what they're going to enforce.
They were also enforcing that pressure on the water. We hadn't come across that. And now it's like,
Oh, the backflow?
yeah,
Yeah.
like they wanted everybody to have that done, and it's going to be a yearly check.
So some of that stuff you guys got to keep in mind. It's going to be product driven.
Yep.
So some of those things are product driven and they're lobbyists and stuff. There's really no way around that. And, they bring it as a matter of, life safety.
Yeah.
And so they get it in there and then it's kind of hard to, say why I haven't had it for 30 years and now I got to have it in my new office.
Yep.
Shit, why? And so
Every
it's
year they got to check it.
kind of hard. So
Oh, energizing ground up buildings.
Oh,
That's been
was big.
That's been a
Dude.
huge.
Oh my God.
John,
Yeah.
yes,
Those,
horror stories.
talk about.
Oh
That-
my
that's
God.
been a horror
We
story.
have one here in our hometown. The coolest two docks
Yeah.
on the freaking planet. And them trying to get power energized. I think I saw the recap from last year, and they were on our recap from last year, where we met them at the Pearl, going through the contract
That's right.
with the construction company, redlining and checking, all the stuff that we had to do, comments back and forth before they signed the contract.
Yep.
And here we are a week before Thanksgiving. So at the time of this video, it's going to be Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving week. And here we are,
They were supposed to have been done
freaking power.
5 or 6 months ago.
I mean, the CPS Energy, I don't mind saying it, took forever.
To
By the
approve.
same token, the landlord, unfortunately, hired the wrong electrician from out of town. And so, he was 5 hours away, he had to come back and forth. And, this is a horror story for sure. 5 months, was it 5 months or
It's
more?
been 5 months, August.
It's been a freaking,
Yeah, it's been like more than 5 months.
yeah. So it's been more than 5 months for sure. And the project was just at a standstill. Waiting for the electrician, the landlord's electrician to make corrections and get it done and then submit the paperwork and chase the paperwork down, even with our help and us doing it. But we can't control them because it's the landlord, and it's his guy. And, they won't, we're trying to give them like direct advice because it's our hometown and still. And there's another tenant that's been there for even a year before this other doc.
Longer, yeah.
And had that guy had hired us to begin with, this would have all been avoided for the doc we're working for now, because he didn't know and he's just listening to them saying like, oh, okay, this and that. But yeah, by same token, he didn't know about us or anything like that. And so he didn't know that there was a company like us that could have helped him prevent all that. His office has been ready to go for a year, sitting there. You look through the window, and
a year and a half.
and it's a year and a half, and it's complete. You look into the window, and it's like complete. But he didn't know that he needed to chase the ball with these guys, and oh man, it's just been a mess. And so finally getting that one energized and turn over like quick, like it has to happen before the end of this year.
Yeah.
I mean, and power. So that's power in here, but that's power. You're right, John. All across the board. Houston,
Oh my
another
gosh.
job waiting for power, right?
Yes.
Dallas, another job.
Now, the
Took
problem with
forever.
Houston, unfortunately, well, even in Florida, but the problem with Houston and Florida is that they get a lot of natural disasters like hurricanes.
Okay.
and-
Now you said Florida.
yeah.
That's right.
Florida was another one.
Yeah, Dr. V. Dr. V had put a
Oh,
social
and
media.
Dr.
He put
G.
Dr. V put a social media post out and telling them like, hey, anybody in the energy company, I'll give you, $1,000
amount,
or
yeah.
X amount or whatever it was if you could get my meter set in a hurry, blah blah
Oh
blah.
my gosh.
Somebody did it.
Yeah.
Really?
Somebody did it. They got him in the meter like the next day
The next day.
Yeah, the next day he got energized, and it was like gangbusters to get everything, all the hot checks, get the air conditioning on, blah blah blah, all that, so he could open within a week of that.
Yep.
Because
And then the other one in Miami. There
oh
was
my God,
there was two
John.
hurricanes back to back.
Okay, the fire alarm was not. It's the meters.
Yeah, it's the
getting energized.
getting energized, and then they got hit by two hurricanes, or a hurricane and a tropical depression. So they're not gonna do anything with those that are not.
So yeah, keep in mind when that happens, a natural disaster like that, all resources are moved
Right,
to
to where it
those
needs to
affected
be.
areas. So nobody gets anything new, gets anything set, reviewed. It's like all hands on deck on those areas in that particular state or region.
build in Florida.
So yeah, so unfortunately that happened to them, but now they've gotten energized. But his job was like forever. It got delayed. So horror stories, guys. Getting your meter set, getting energized, has been definitely takes the award for this year. If we had a little award, we'd award it to like getting a freaking meter. So let's talk about next year. So we have our set conferences that we want to go to next year. We as a company are maybe changing a couple of things around. Everybody at some point finds their number or hits their number or gets close to their number, but there's a number everybody has, right? And so we're getting there. And so we're going to be more selective on what projects we take. Thank God we have the ability to be able to do that. That doesn't mean we're not going to help people if they reach out. That's not what I'm saying. But actually taking on the amount of jobs and things that we do, we're going to be able to be more selective. It's just like any dentist, when they get to a certain point, of staff members or capacity, they can't really take on, anymore. We've gotten pretty close to being there because of the group that we have here. We would have to have more help to be able to go further. So as far as CM work, thank God we're able to at a point where we can figure out who really needs help.
Right.
And where they located. If we don't have resources there, then maybe they need more of our help than trusted people that can help them. Same thing, with the bidding service. Same thing with the floor plans, right? John is doing really good work, at getting these floor plans out, and even helping other designers, following the philosophy that we have, that we learned, from doing offices. And so, he doesn't, he's helping them go through the motions and stuff like that. So we the 3D scans. We like doing that also, but we want to be able to provide dentists more options. So our program is going to have different options to be able to do that, being that we're able to be a little bit more selective because we're also all doing different things. We have other things and hobbies that we like to do, and I want to be able to do more of my hobby.
Yes.
So
And I have other things that I need to do as well.
yeah, so and we're not leaving or anything like that, but we're also being able to realize that we're not being greedy. We're
Right.
not just taking as much as we can and in doing a piss poor job of providing services to people. And no, that's not what we want to do.
No, we don't
wanna-
want our services to suffer.
Yeah, because we're just spreading ourselves too thin by taking everything and trying to do everything to all. No.
Right.
And we want to be able to hone our skills, as far as being able to be sharp. So, and we do want to be able to attend more events that make sense to us. The Costas event for sure is something we want to go to. There's some other I haven't I've been to a few of the construction events that are out. I would like to be able to attend more of those only because it helps keep our fingers on the pulse of new materials and practices and things that are done in bills, which help ultimately give people options during their build, or being able to say like that's an expensive material or expensive way to do that. Maybe we should do something else, which ultimately helps save the dentist money or helps the build. So anyhow, we want to be able to do more of those kind of events and stuff like that too, and
And maybe more events at schools.
That
I'd
would be
love to
cool.
do
So
that.
if you're a teacher or a student watching this and you need a guest speaker, they can speak, not me, at your school.
We'll be
It
more
would
than
be
happy.
very informative and helpful for
Yeah,
The students.
Erica
information.
could film.
Yeah.
I can film.
Yeah, yeah. I
What
mean,
else?
your students. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Students would be good to be able to pick up some of this stuff now, so know
Early,
what's like
early in their career.
Yeah.
what's possible in the future, to be able to know like, hey, it's not just chemistry and anatomy I got to go through and my clinicals, and eventually I'll be able to be a business owner, and being able to hear a little bit about a small portion of what it's going to take by the time they're
Yeah.
ready. We'd be
It's
glad
really
to be able to
helpful.
share that information with them,
Yep.
and tell them so they can know. We have no problem doing that.
Yeah, and even if they're in a spot where they may not have the ability to start their own practice, but they have that idea, in
Yeah.
the
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 future,
knowledge, yeah.
gain that experience. Learn the positives and negatives of being in a practice that isn't functioning at a maximum efficiency level,
Right.
and take notes on how you would change things for your own particular practice in the future,
Yeah.
and then to eventually that opportunity will come, and you will have that, skill set and resources to be able to kind of lean back on. And who knows, if you're able to retain some of the information that we have to tell you, and maybe it sticks, and, you end up with maybe reaching out to us, or,
Yeah.
something in the future to where, you end up having the practice you want, and it's the workflow, it's the patient flow, it's the production, and everything that you're looking forward to. I mean, and it's all within reach.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't feel like it now,
Yeah.
it's all within reach.
It's
possible.
doable.
It
It's-
is.
Yeah.
It's
It's
possible.
doable.
So if you're a dental student out there, just leave a comment below. Let us know, what school you're going to, and if you would like us to be able to speak, just tell us where you are. We cover 50 states. I'm
Yeah.
sure we can figure out a way to get to your school. That is in the U.S. So in the U.S. So
And it's happened before where a doctor has y'all's information for like years back and then they
Yes.
used you years later. So
great.
yes.
it's
Yeah.
Yeah. And some of them are surprising. Like, yeah, they remember. Like, hey, remember we were at a seminar in 2015 or something.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. I'm like, I'm so glad you had the same phone number. I'm like, yeah, I've not running from anybody, so I do.
No.
Yeah.
So speaking of podcasts, so this coming year, 2025, we'd like to be able to have a podcast with BJ. She's our HR and risk management guru. She has a wide range of topics she can talk to you that'll relate, to your practice build that are going to fall in line with that. We'd like to be able to get, an IT person here to be able to speak about, IT in, your startup practice or your remodel or redo or anything like that. Dental equipment, we'd like to be able to get some dental equipment people here. A broker,
A banker.
a bank. We'd like to get dentists here.
That would be cool. A doctor.
We'd like to be able to get a dentist, a doc here to be able to talk about,
His process.
their process
Of
from,
construction.
just a construction standpoint, not necessarily about how we help them, but, how their experience was and how much work it still is.
Yeah.
We will take the bulk of the work from you, but there's still some stuff you have to do, like any other consultant. Any other, there's some things that still have to go through you that you have to do, but we're here to take the bulk of that for you. So there's some things that we'd like to be able to do for 2025 as far as that. We still like to have this platform to be able to use this stuff. The ability to use this equipment we have, I can't believe a year has gone by. I don't know when we actually started officially. Erica has some.
Erica?
Our first podcast episode?
Yeah.
I'll tell you. But
So-
this year we've done 9 episodes.
So we've done 9 episodes.
So then we must have started in March.
In March, around there, yeah. Because we
Okay,
do one a
cool.
month.
Cool. Okay, so, yeah, and we already have one queued up for you for next year.
Yeah.
The first one will be John. John is going to be running that one solo,
Oh, John.
and he has a guest on there. So looking forward to y'all seeing that one.
Yeah.
And then we'll have some other guests lined up, and then we'll have some other topics.
Yeah, 8 months ago was our first
Wow.
months.
episode.
8
Cool.
months,
Cool.
9 episodes.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I know. Time flies, huh?
Yep.
So,
Cheers to next year.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
Gotta.
Cheers.
Applesauce. Cheers.
Cheers to next year.
Cheers, BJ. We miss
Yeah.
you.
PJ.
So we look forward to next year. We hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving and a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and
And hope to build your office.
we'll see you guys in 2025. We're here as a resource. If you need any help, if you
Yes,
have any questions, feel free to reach out.
To get shit done.
Yeah, let's get some shit done.
Yeah. Some shit done.
Have a good one. See you guys next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.